'Cause I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. It's like you almost know what I am thinking. 'Cause I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. Best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing. You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that you know that.
Keep stealing dances, keep cutting in like you own me, then suddenly throw me away. You say we never had a chance, but you keep throwing me these glances, looking like you want me right now, but just like lightning you're gone. Yeah, you're gone. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me for anyone but me. Anyone but me. Oh, you say that we were doomed to fail, but you still ask me what's the room I stay in. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably give you my plastic key card. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me for anyone. I've thought about giving up, but then you show up and tell me that you've been confused and that you're sorry for hurting me. Then you change your mind back again. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. Yeah, you drop me, yeah. Waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. For anyone but me. For anyone but me. Oh. Anyone but me. For anyone but me.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best thing that I've ever had. Best thing, best thing.
you still ask me what's the room I stay in. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably give you my plastic key card. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. For anyone, I've thought about giving up, but then you show up and tell me that you've been confused and that you're sorry for hurting me. Then you change your mind back again. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. Yeah, you drop me, yeah. Waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. For anyone but me. For anyone but me. Oh. Anyone but me. For anyone but me.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the
Australians love our sheds. A place to craft, protect, create and collect all sorts of treasures. And you'll get so much more in a Stratco shed, because they're made with 100% how-to. So, what's in your shed? Share a story on the Stratco competition page of what you're most proud of in your shed, and you could win a share of $25,000 worth of Stratco gift cards. So you bring the dream, Stratco will bring the how-to.
My name is Bill Morris from Northside Lawyers, and I give sound legal advice in relation to family law and criminal law matters. Let me give you some practical advice. Stop bashing around on the internet trying to work out what's good and what's bad advice. Have an absolutely free first interview with me, and I will identify the legal issues, explain those issues to you, explain your options, and yes, importantly, give you an estimate of your legal costs if you engage a lawyer. You will leave our office at no cost to you with a reliable understanding of the law and a way forward.
When people think about insurance, what they're really trying to find is some peace of mind. But when things actually go wrong, we need more than insurance. We need assurance that they'll be there, standing by you when you most need help. Only then can you truly find peace of mind.
At MGA, we're your local insurance broker. So call today and put us to work for you.
Sports Centre is South Australia's leading lawn bowls apparel supplier. With over 40 years' experience in designing, manufacturing and supplying sporting apparel, we have revitalised the look of tired and aged clubs and made them progressive, vibrant and the envy of other clubs. Sports Centre creates original designs to suit your club, and we supply a full range of bowls apparel that will ensure your club looks its best. Whether you need polos, vests, all-weather jackets, long or short pants, socks and caps, we have it all.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. just like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. You know that
And welcome to the Nuriootpa Oval for the opening game of the Barossa Light and Gawler Football Association. And welcome Ben Greaterix, and he's from the South Gawler Footy Club. G'day Ben, how are you, mate?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
You're the brother of the horse, mate. We found out.
That's it. The well-known
Yeah,
horse.
so
Around the winter and now back to Gawler.
the lads on our Facebook page give him a bit of grief. The horse, yeah. So great. And run us through a few of the newer players for South Gawler, mate.
So there's a few returning locals looking at this by the looks, with headlined by number 11 Matt Norman, and then returning number 16 Kane Officer. On top of that, you got new players in Lockie Everett, number 1, and Steve Burton, number 19.
And you're recovering yourself from an operation?
Yep. So hopefully get a few games in the end of the year in the twos, but yeah, recovering pretty well from a shoulder clean out. So.
And have you done any pre-season yourself?
Yeah, I did a couple of months before, or a month or so before Christmas, and then just took it easy, knowing that I was going to be on the sidelines for a bit. So
when do you hope to get back?
I'm thinking around 10ish, about halfway through the year, but yeah, be waiting to find out about that.
We're still waiting for Nuriootpa's commentator to get up here, mate. Bit slack, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Left us hanging.
Yeah, so he's probably having a beer and a steak sanger.
Can hardly blame him.
And what's the feeling around the club at South Gawler this year?
Yeah, everyone's just keen to get cracking, especially after last year being what it was. But yeah,
yeah, terrible season, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. But
this time last year we didn't know if there was going to be a season, and probably everyone thought at this time last year the season was done and dusted. There was no AFL, there was no anything, and many of the leagues didn't play. More than half of the leagues around the state didn't play, and the Barossa did get away with a 9-round season.
Yeah, modified season, yep.
And just a couple of finals, but it was an odd season, I think.
I think everyone's back to get stuck into more or less a full year, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, it ends up being that. Yeah,
players were coming and going because a lot of the leagues weren't playing, so players were coming back, and now they've gone, and a bit of a false economy in a few clubs, and a few clubs have managed to keep those players. So yeah, it was a very, very odd season. So we're back to normality, and the big favourites out here this year. Who would you suggest are the big favourites pre-season?
God, I think it'd be hard to look past Tanunda. They seem to have some good imports. Is the whisper around the place? But
yeah, Justin Westhoff's going to be a bit of a goodie. So they'll be very, very good.
But,
and you think Tanunda? They'll be the
I do like Tanunda, but I mean you can't really look past Gawler Centrals again after that year last year. So
yeah, I've heard they lost a few of those. So and Anguston, I suppose, they'll be around the mark with their side. So away we go. There's big Brody Hudson in the ruck there, mate.
Yeah, yep. Looks like number 19. That's one of the new players, Steve Burton.
New player to the club.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep. And this is Dean Cutting.
Good play cutting, isn't he?
Yes, always seems.
Poor kick there and just cut off by the Nuriootpa defender, and he just settles things down just in these opening few minutes of the game. Goes long down the line, heads to the ruckman, ball on the deck. Nuri had the ball.
Yep, nice
ball comes free, holding the ball. Quick to play on South Gawler on the outer side, and they come inboard towards the forward line, and good mark there. Who's that, mate? Over there, I can't quite see.
Not too sure. Well cut off then by
was it Nick Madden? Long way there to the far side of the ground, and our monitors aren't up today with the new camera setup, so got a throw in there in the right full forward pocket, kicking towards the South Gawler or the northern end of the ground. Ball going nowhere, bit of a scrap. Umpire's going to come in again, another ball up. Around about 35 metres out from goal again. Sides just testing themselves out of the bit at the moment. They a bit scrappy and nothing really happening. Going to have another ball up. Those first 5 minutes, the ball's going to be in close and in tight and scrappy. Everyone's just going to just test each other out.
Certainly a hot footy down there in that pocket.
Yeah, balls come loose and finally get a little bit of run. Nuriootpa, so he's Sam Fallon. He's pumped the ball in long, but
kicked
is
down
that
and
Paddy
intercepted
White?
by Paddy White.
Yeah, Paddy White. Good cross across the ground. Yep. South Gawler got the ball there
Jack
through
O'Dare.
the middle of the ground. Good handball.
Brock Judd-Smith kicks it up, looking for Jackson Press.
Take over, mate.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to come back out.
Ryan Foulis is a good footballer. Oh, good pick up there from the big fella. Brilliant work. That's Shane Dearlove with the big pick up. Oh, gutsy mark. That's a brilliant mark,
by
isn't
Kane
it?
Officer there.
That's Kane Officer from Central Districts, isn't it?
Played a few league games, yep.
Yeah. Ball there on the deck. Hard to get out. Umpire's going to come in. Brody Hudson in the ruck again with big Dearlove. Good pick up there. That was Jack Henke. And the opening score of the game, a point just to the right-hand side of the goals to Jack Henke. So, yeah, well done.
Looks like it's Josh Whitwer to bring the ball back into play.
Whitwer on the left boot there, mate. That trusty left.
That's right, very safe kick.
Very fine footballer, this lad.
Certainly has been good to us the last couple of years.
Hits a target there on the far side. What is that, mate?
Plays on and hits Darcy Judd-Smith, I believe.
Is it? Hard to see a long way
Hard to see
away
that
and
way.
can't see the numbers. That's where your expert knowledge of the South Gawler players comes in, mate. Ball goes over the back. Nuri, good attack on the footy. Kicks into the man on the mark though, but follows up. Nuri again with a little bit of, poor kick.
Brock Judd-Smith, mark off the half back there, looking for Pressy again. So it's
Side's just
Bailey's
not getting
Oval.
the kicks on. The kicks right at the moment, are they?
No, certainly not. But there's Bailey's Oval, opens one up to Henry Benison. Good contest there.
Yeah, great work. Tyson Helmer's come in with the spoil too, running against the play, so well done. I reckon this might be about the 10th ball up in
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
the opening 4 or 5 minutes of the opening quarter. Great tap down, but once again the kick. Skills aren't great at the moment, but it is a bit breezy out there today.
Seems to
Probably
be,
the
yeah.
first
Don't
time.
look too easy. It's young Josh Pearson gets the handball out to Bailey's Oval and then on to Brock Judd-Smith.
Great kick. Who's that? in the
Hits
middle?
up. That is Flynn Pisani, I believe, a under 18 Centrals player.
Okay. Umpire picks one out. And that's Ryan Foulis again. Been a good player for a long time.
He has, yep.
Just to the outer side looking for big deer love there.
Cleaned up by Paddy White.
Good player, Paddy White.
Certainly is. I think might look at another throw-in.
There was rumour he was nearly off to Barossa Districts last year.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what all that was about, but I'm sure.
And, then he fronted
glad
up.
to have him back.
Yeah, so very, very good player. Not one you'd want to lose. Ball there on that far side. This opening 7 or 8 minutes on the quarter over on the caravan side or the scoreboard side of the ground. Umpire picks one out of the scrimmage and
Big Brody Hudson, I believe, with a kick into the forward 50.
yeah, the big fella played a fair bit of football at Jeff's Cross too in the
Yeah.
Edmund League and
Done a fair bit in his time. Looks to be going for cutting there.
yeah, Nuriootpa's defence though, it's been good. It was a good mark, and that's Tyson Helmer's had a few kicks, a little cross across the ground, and that's back again. That's James Bentley and taken through from behind. Point apiece, mate. Point apiece,
Yeah,
and
it seems like no one can really get possession and keep it, can they?
no, the skills are off. It is breezy today. Nerves of the opening game. Oval's in fantastic condition, though, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant condition. Good mark there on the far side. No, not paid. South Gawler.
Yeah, with the ball there goes the Cone officer. Looking to get into 50 again.
Oh, good mark.
Well measured kick to Lachlan Everett.
Where's he from?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but he is important. I think he's a friend with Jackson Press, got him to the club, so I assume maybe a Eagles connection there.
Yeah. You got a fair few new players to the club.
Yeah, I do have a few.
Lost a few.
Lost a few as well, yeah, with COVID and everything, like you said. A few of the teams pulling out last year, find players that just want to play footy. So,
And that's off hands.
Gone
And
back.
three for a point. So we've got South Gawler. They're 2 points on the Burge Barossa scoreboard there, and we've got Nuriootpa 1 point. Game not living up to too many highlights so far, is it? No big marks or good run of play, but only early, and a good mark there on the far side to Nuri. He's going to have to go down the line. Everything else has been cut off.
too breezy to get pretty, isn't it? This weather.
Yeah, you won't want to come back inboard too often today with, and you know, your kick go astray. Good mark.
Great mark there by Jackson Dare by the looks.
Who was that? Jackson Dare,
Jackson
is
Dare
it?
with a switch kick to Wits, cut off.
Those kicks again are just not hitting targets, are they? Paddy White.
Paddy White out to Bailey's Oval.
There he is again, that man, Paddy White.
Accumulating already.
Yes, good mark there, back in defence. And number 27, that's Brad Bryski from Nuriootpa. He's going to go down the line again as well. And there's Paddy
White
White
on the end of it again.
coming through for about touch number 10, I reckon, Paddy.
Well measured kick there to Jackson Press and onto Josh Whitwer in the middle of the ground.
Silky smooth, Whitwer. Ball up forward. Newry going to clear just to the outer side of the ground there. Once again, could not find that target, and the ball goes out of bounds there. Just very much on the wing, scoreboard side of the ground. Newry gang tackled. Umpire's going to come in, another ball up. Ball up number 13. I think we're going to have 14.
Yeah, with the play on that far scoreboard side. Must be some of the breeze have something to do with that, I'd say.
Yeah, the breeze and a bit of early season nerves, I think. And everyone just finding their feet. Yeah. Whitwer's had a bit of the footy again. Another touch to Josh Whitwer. Foolus has been good. Another touch back there in that back half. Yeah, good little chip kick. Only just went the 10 metres, but another little chip. Oh, no, he was going to go inboard, but he's going to go down the line. And that's the problem. They're not hitting targets.
Yeah. Chris James, big kick into the forward 50.
Good mark again. That's Foolus.
So
you've got Foolus at one end taking everything and Paddy White at the other taking everything at the moment. So, and that's holding the ball. No, Kane Officer in there. Good mark. It's that little chip kick again just to the outer side.
Great intercept mark there by Josh Pearson. Going to look inboard, looking for Brock Judd Smith, and then again to Hannah Smith.
That's a goal. That's a great goal.
Post.
Hit the side of the post, was it? Who was that, actually?
I reckon that was Dean Cutting again.
Cutting again. That's a clever bit
Looks
of play by
dangerous
Cutting.
down there.
Yeah. And again, it's cut off by Newry on that last line, but James Bentley there in the goal square. He's going to go outer side of the ground again to the dead side of the oval. Bit of a push there, not paid by the umpire. And ball again is going to be out.
Forms and
I think we're going to spend most of the day with the ball over on the scoreboard side of the ground here. About 200 metres from us though, mate.
Yeah,
so
that's it. Not making it easy for us, are they?
no, we haven't got our monitors today, the first game, so...
Let's mark inside forward 50 for South. So it's going to too close to the man in the mark and get another go at it.
Newry got one out inside 50. That's Nick Madden, the ex-Centrals player. He's rolled the ball, rolled it, and it's through. The opening goal. Nick Madden scores his first game scores in his opening game for Newry after coming from Central District.
Did quite well there. Just him and another South defender made it work.
Yeah, he come with Kyle Jenner, the coach, I think, from Centrals.
Yep.
Interchange gate, and few on and off. So number 35 for Newry and number 23. So we've got Terence Wilfred and Mitchell Norton both coming onto the ground.
And Jaden Gurney here, number 17, will replace Matt Norman.
Yeah, so a few interchanges there after that goal. So it's 1-1-7 Nuriootpa playing South Gawler 3 behinds. Another ball up.
Tap there from Jamesy to Lockie Everett, but gets tied up.
Whatever breeze there is, it's going towards South Gawler end of the ground, at the northern end of the ground at the moment. What do you think it's worth? A few goals, 2 or 3 goals?
Yeah, I'd say so, especially if the game's going to be like this.
Yeah.
Not so free-flowing, I reckon it's going to take
That
too
goal
much more.
from Nick Madden is going to be worth 2 or 3 into it. That's for sure. Umpire's picked a free kick out in the middle of the ground.
So Jackson Baldwin's going to get the free kick.
Looks a bit sore there in the legs. Little chip kick. That little chip kick, that's they're getting away with that. Little chip kick again. That's Bo Shinnick. South Gawler again through, that's that man again, Paddy White. Racking up touches.
Long kick out to Josh Pearson on the halfback. Looks for a target up forward in Henry Venison.
First time they've come down this side of the ground, so on the grandstand side. So good little kick, beautiful kick to Kane Officer. Big up and under mongrel pump though, so easily cut off by the Nuriootpa defender, and that's a shocking kick, but falls fortuitously about 1 metre inside the boundary line, and going to get a boundary throw in. Left half forward flank here at Nuriootpa Oval at the northern end of the ground. Good crowd for the opening game of the season.
Certainly is. Chris James out of the ruck. Looks to get it down to young Flynn Pisani.
Yeah, great work, Lockie. Who was that? Lockie Everett. Free kick, Newry.
In the back.
Yeah, that's Carl Jenner, the Coachiac Central Districts player. Started his career at Port Adelaide and moved to Central Districts. Good little chip kick. Good
Great.
mark. Is that Nick Madden? I think it is. Made his way back there.
Jaden Gurney with a second effort there, attempted tackle. Kane Officer of Matt Norman.
Oh, that's well done. The Nuriootpa player there, Jackson Baldwin, run against the flight of the ball. Gutsy stuff running back into the play like that. No one likes doing that, no matter who you are.
Never a good feeling. Well, picked up there by Bailey
Officer
Zobel.
again, great handball through the middle of the ground. There's a little chip going straight across the ground, and that's Nathan Barch. He's going to head straight forward. Little chip, beautiful kick. Oh! Spilled a soda, didn't he?
There, I'd say, by Henry Venison. Looks like it's going to end up being Bailey Zobel with a snap from almost about 40 metres by the looks of it in the end.
Yeah, was that Kane Officer?
No, that was Bailey Zobel, that one, number 12.
Who was that?
Bailey Zobel.
Bailey Zobel. That was a fortuitous goal in the end, because the simple mark got dropped and it hit the deck, and they were very lucky
Managed to clean it up.
Very lucky that Bailey Zobel was sitting there at the front of the deck. So South Gawler again. Right. We're back again. Just had a change of microphone due to the breeze here that the The wind was getting into the microphone, so sorry about that to all of our listeners.
Pisani in the centre of the ground there, kicks up, looks towards Dean Cutting.
Said a few touches Cutting.
Sorry, no, that was wrong. That's Dean Cutting with the ball now.
Bit of class here on that left boot, looking for Brody Hudson, finds him. Hudson's going to kick from 30 metres out straight in front.
Yeah, and an interchange, Matt Norman on for Henry Bennison off.
Both coaches ringing the changes when they get the opportunity, and Hudson should slot this, kicking with the aid of a breeze 30 yards out straight in front. And he's got it. He has got it. Well done to the big fella. A much needed goal with
settle the ship there a bit.
Yeah, well, with South having got this, got the breeze in the opening quarter, you know, they probably have to turn 2 or 3 in front at quarter time.
Yeah,
so
I certainly think so.
Very good kick there from Brody Hudson, and a good passage of play from South Gawler. So it's 2 goals, 3-15 on the scoreboard. South Gawler, Nuri 1-1-7. So an 8-point lead. Back in the middle of the ground, it's big Brody Hudson. He's gone back into the middle of the ground after kicking that goal.
Going up against Duncan Greg Sapsford.
Well, the big fella's hit the deck. Big Duncan Craig Sapford, he's hit the deck and doesn't look in too good a way. Hope there's nothing bad, but he's not really moving too well, is he? We'll keep our listeners informed.
That's out for South Gawler by the way of Jackson Dare. To the wing to Flynn Pisani.
He's gone. That's holding the ball. No, umpire throw in. Didn't really dispose of that by hand or foot.
Out in the tackle perhaps.
The big fella's up in the middle of the ground, Duncan Craig Sapsford, and he's coming to the bench, but he's hobbling there.
He's getting off a bit gingerly. Yes. Certainly is.
The good thing is he's okay, other than the hobble. Nuri having a shot from goal, grubber kick.
So it's going to be Jacob
3
Ahern
on 1 here at the
there.
moment. Oh, well played by Nuri, trying to spill the ball clear.
Coming out through Bailey's Oval.
South Gawler going to clear. Oh, runs into trouble there. That was Bailey's Oval. Well played there. That was Cade Rylach.
I think it's Patrick White. He's going to see it over the boundary for a throw-in.
Him and Kane Officer combining well there across that half-back line.
Yep, certainly fitted in nicely as Kane Officer.
Did he leave Centrals at the end of last year?
I'm not too sure actually. Could have been off perhaps the year before. He might have had a few years off, I think.
Yeah. Great, that's a good kick. That's, just fell short. And that's a mark by South Gawler right on the last line. Who's the big fella there, mate?
Jacob Ahern there.
Who's that?
Jacob Ahern is him.
Okay.
Sees it out through to Josh Whitwer. He's got the ball there in the right-hand back pocket for South Gawler. Nice little chip kick to number 23, Jackson Press.
Well, it's that switch kick. It's not going to find a target. It's going to go out of bounds there. Right on the 50-metre arc at the southern end of the ground, which Nuriootpa are kicking on the grandstand side. 50 metres out, but into this breeze there's probably 2 kicks. Hudson, there's Paddy White again. He's been outstanding in this opening quarter. Kicks the ball to the middle of the ground. It's a good bump there. The ball's on the deck. Umpire's going to come in, ball up.
Good contest there by South's number 7, Nathan Barch.
Nuri with four men around this pack and not many from South. You'd think they're going to come away with it, but no, South. Well done, Bailey Zobel. Ball really going nowhere, is it? Just sitting there on that outer side. Good little chip kick though. Coming back through the middle of the ground. And that's a good kick, and that's going to go into Bo Shinnick. Nuri with a run and great little crossover, but it can't get past Batty White again. He's absolutely starring, isn't he?
He is taken off. Bit of a wayward
poor
kick
though, yeah. Tried to go too much, but the ball's run out of bounds. So
have a throw in and they'll all set up again.
He's got the 3 votes so far, Paddy White, this opening
Can't get rid
quarter.
of the footy, can he?
Bit of leather poisoning there. That he got.
Good footy mind, Patrick White. He knows where to be when the ball's coming in.
Certainly does.
Showing off today.
He's there on his own back there at the moment. He's playing as a +1.
Holding the ball there. Great tackle by Jackson Press.
Nuri are also playing a +1 if you looked at it in the other end of the ground. But, you know, if I was Nuri, I'd be manning up on Patrick White. You can't just let him just sit back there because he's going to mop everything up all day.
That was well marked by Lachlan Westlake there for Nuriootpa.
Yeah, just watching Paddy White now, he just running around there with just no one to pick up. And a man of that quality, you know, just letting him play that free man +1 all day.
Like a dog with no leash today.
Yeah, he's going to rack up 30 or 40 touches.
It'll be dangerous, you'd imagine, yep.
Yeah. I know Nuri have got the +1 at the other end of the ground, but I just don't think they can allow someone of that quality to be they're on their own and just sweep across half-back all day.
Yeah, he'll be enjoying it, I think, Patrick.
Throw in outer side of the ground, scoreboard side.
Chris James in the ruck there.
Bit of relief for Brody Hudson.
That's right, looks like it's going to come out. Lockie Everett into Steve Burton.
There's a shot for goal. Offline. So South Gawler on the Barossa Burge scoreboard. They've moved to 2 goals 4-16. Nuriootpa to 1-1-7. That's a 9-point advantage, close to quarter time. Nuri in no great hurry to get the ball back into play against this breeze.
Plenty of scoreboard pressure early from South, but if they can't convert them to the majors, it might come back to...
Yeah, she is very gusty out there, so and it is going to this northern end of the ground. That zone defence, both sides playing the zone defence. That's Ryan Foolish, just he goes to the outer side of the ground at that dead pocket, and a good kick, good mark. Can't make out who it is out there. ...200 metres away, mate. We can't see.
Not easy.
Back towards us as well. So. And this wind is blowing, isn't it? That's that man again, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
P. White, 3 votes. And that's quarter time. Do you want to give us a rundown what you thought of the opening quarter, mate?
I think it was well played by both teams. The footy was quite hot. I reckon probably even possession in the end, but South Gawler with a bit more scoreboard pressure would have a fair bit to do with the wind, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes back next quarter when it's in Nuri's favour.
And better players for you from South Gawler?
Yeah, I certainly think Patrick White's been well. He's hardly take your eyes off him back there. But some good ruck work from Hutto and Jamesy too. And the full forward targeter Henry Venison seems to be doing okay too.
Yeah, Hudson's been good in the ruck, but you know, as we probably harped on a bit too much, Paddy White's been outstanding. Bailey's able, few good touches.
Yeah, he's had a bit of it. Nice goal as well.
Yeah, he did. Who else there? Flynn Bazzani got hold of the ball a bit. Jackson Dare.
Yeah, he's pretty
well.
safe off a half-back. Jackson there, yeah, he's been very good for
Josh Whitworth early in the quarter, just faded out a little, but he was very good early. Kane Officer with lots of the ball off half-back. Dean Cutting looks dangerous up forward.
Certainly does. It's going to be quite an even game today. Look forward to see how it ends up.
You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us, please don't give up on me. At least give me a try. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the
Well, interesting opening quarter, Ben.
Yeah, it certainly has been. As this game seems to be waiting for one of the teams to take advantage of breakaway.
Yeah, it wasn't of the highest quality. I mean, not many targets found their way by foot.
You get that with round one, I suppose, blowing out the cobwebs a bit, as they say.
Yeah, and the breeze is fairly gusty here, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult, that opening round of the season. Chappie would be in there. I reckon he'd be
pretty
reasonably happy.
I think so, yeah. He'd be pretty calm, I'd imagine, at this stage of the game.
I don't think I've ever seen Chappie calm. I don't know about that. He gets a bit fired up at times.
He does, very passionate.
Very passionate man. And Kyle Jenner being a playing coach, he's obviously got his bench coach. So a cast of thousands there on the bench. Chappie still out there in the middle there talking to his charges. Not letting them go, eh? Be interesting to see what happens now with Patrick White. I'm just counting him going back, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to be playing 6 on 6, but is White... So Nuriootpa have put a bloke back on. They're playing 6 on 6.
Yeah, it looks like it might be...
Just have to watch that, because I mean, that was what I was calling for to, man him up, but... Bit of a mismatch though.
Looks like it,
yeah. Nuria got Tim DeMarcy down there. Maybe he's playing as an offensive tagger. We don't know what's happening, but
interesting to see how that goes. Quite a body difference between the two of them.
Yes, there is. Now South have just slipped one in behind, and now Patrick White is playing +1 again. So yeah, interesting.
That was well kicked up there.
That's a very good kick.
Burton to Cutting, and Cutting's got the mark about 15 metres out of goal.
Against the breeze too, this could be a very interesting start. Just got a message from the Anguston Oval. We've got Anguston 4-8-32. Barossa District's 2 goals 12, but Anguston had the breeze during that opening quarter. And Dean Cutting, he's got the goal. Kick truly from 15 metres out straight in front. So that's goals for Cutting, Zobel and the big fella Brody Hudson. Whereas for Newry, they got the first goal of the game, but not one since through Nick Madden.
He's a hard man to match up on, that Dean Cutting. He's tall and super athletic.
Yeah, he's got the silky skills too, and he rolls onto that left-hand side.
Played a lot of football in his time. He's super experienced.
Yes. James again in the ruck. Newry take the ball away though. Good spoil though.
Defended there by Darcy Judd-Smith.
Once again, it's the smarts of Paddy White. He just gets in behind the footy. He's just playing that kick behind him, went back there and sat in the goal square. So they lined up 6 on 6, but as soon as the play got started, South dropped the extra back there and Paddy become +1.
Yeah, it looks like, I think it was Kane Officer in the end who ran back,
Yeah.
coming off a wing perhaps. Go back and play that defensive role, which allows Pat White to free up. And
there will be coaches watching this who just won't allow that to keep happening, but like from other sides. Just gets too much drive and rebound there. Was it trip? No. Whitwer. Ball bouncing around going nowhere, but that's a mark to Newry on right on that 50-metre arc. He's come inboard. South Gawler going to clear though on this grandstand side.
Through Henry Benison, he's got Jackson Press up the field. And Hannah Schmidt further, he looks inboard. To Steve Burton, I believe. Goes into the middle of the ground with Pat White.
Newry going forward now, and that's Nick Madden who's taken that mark. He's going to kick right on 50. He's going to have a shot. He's actually going back for a set shot, so he thinks he can kick it. So it'll be interesting. He'll tell
tough
us.
task this one, yep, absolutely.
Yeah, tell us how strong the breeze is though. So, but he looks confident. He went straight back immediately to take the set shot. And he has got the distance, but not the accuracy, and through for a point. So that breeze has got a bit in it, though, because he's kicked the ball good.
It certainly does. It
that went 60, it probably went 10 metres the other side of the goals as well.
Didn't struggle there at all, so it must be quite a breeze.
Yeah.
It's Josh Whitwood to bring in the ball from defence.
Silky smooth skills there from Josh.
Picks off Jacob Ahern for South Gawler.
He's got a bit of size about him.
He does, yeah. He's played a lot of footy. I think Team of the Year back in 2014.
Good little kick there. And
through Matty Norman to Hannah Schmidt.
They're running the ball nicely now, South. Good tackle.
Good tackle there from Tyson Helmers, holding up Henry Benison there for South Gawler. Ball up just inside forward 50 for South.
Probably against the grain. I think South are looking a bit better than Newry at the moment. I was probably expecting Newry to come out and kick some goals with this breeze, but it just hasn't happened so far. Kane Officer again. Good mark there on the centre wing, grandstand side. Little chip to the +1, and Paddy White again. He's going to go inboard.
Finds Matt Norman in the centre of the ground there.
Ryan Fullis again. Kick back. He's going to get an FAD down the ground. That little late hit, and the big fella Dearlove is going to be the beneficiary of the FAD down the ground. He's going to take the kick. Big Brody Hudson, whoa, couldn't quite take the mark, but gives a little kick. Ahern again And they make their way out pretty easy again to this grandstand side.
It's Steve Burton with a lot of time there on the wing. Goes inboard, finds Jackson Press. He's going to look for Hannah Schmidt. Just falls a bit short. And it's Bo Schnick there mopping up for Nuriootpa.
Yeah, another little clip behind the play from South. They've got to watch that. That's 2 FODs in a couple of minutes. Not required. Not while they're in front. Good work there. That's Paddy White. He's drifted forward now. Drifted to the other side of the ground. So. Just put the name Paddy White on auto cue, I think.
Certainly looking that way.
Ball's dribbled into the full forward right pocket here at the northern end of the ground, which Nuriootpa are kicking to. Nuriootpa want one now. They're trailing by 14 points. Not looking lightly.
They've had a lot of the ball this quarter. I think they'll be after a bit of reward for effort.
South are clearing though, and through the centre of the ground. That's a beautiful kick
from Zobel to Hannah Schmidt there.
Yeah, finds Johanna Smith, yeah. That good switch, great switch. Whitwer. Oh, finds the target, but off before acceptances, and that's a great tackle.
The umpire will have it.
Just didn't have a chance to get rid of it, but it was a great tackle from Nuriootpa's Tyson Helmers, who's also been good so far today.
Well picked up by Barch, gives it off to number 5, Jackson Dare. And it's Matt Norman with the crumbs there.
Oh, just kept the ball in play, and we're going to have a bouncy throw in once again on the in the right full forward pocket grandstand side here at Nuriootpa to the southern end, the one which South Gawler are kicking to. Lots of players around the ball. Ball going nowhere really. We're going to have another ball up. No, the umpire's plucked a free kick. Didn't see what that was for.
I think involved in the ruck contest, that one. And he's going to come out and find Bo Schnick.
Yep.
No worries at all.
Can't get their way through, can they, at the moment? There's a little one there. They're giving the one in the middle of the ground. That's because if they mess up, they're gone. He's come down the line. And now nearer away. Jackson Baldwin. There's no one in the 50-metre arc, and he's going to run into an opening goal. There he goes. This is quite extraordinary. So well done. That was Scotty Bentley, who ran the whole way
50 metres
inside of the 50, and there was no one from South Gawler inside the 50. They all pressed up the ground. So, yeah, very, very good goal, but an unusual one. You don't see that too often with no one inside 50.
Yep, just all pressed up in some sort of zone there by South Gawler.
Yeah.
Like Neri was fast enough to break it apart.
Yeah, they had a couple out the back and a quick little handball out, and Bentley ran the full 50 metres with 3 bounces and kicked the goal from a metre out. So, good work for Nuriootpa against the run of the play, really. So we go to the Burge Barossa scoreboard, and we've got South Gawler 3 goals, 4-22, and the Nuriootpa are 2-2-14. So it's an 8-point lead. Nuri driving forward again. Oh no, there he is on auto cue again. P. White. Good little kick inboard there. That was Jackson Baldwin.
Finds Jack Henke, who kicks it in forward again. Looking for Nick Madden there.
Twists and turns. That's Whitwer, great kick.
And now it's Bailey Zobel here at half back with plenty of time.
Yeah, well played to Joshy Whitwer there. Found the man and And South are off through Brodie Hudson. Big fella goes back. He's got nowhere to really go. A little chip kick. Just covers the 2 metres. Another little chip kick to Kane Officer. There's nothing on. He'll probably go down the line. Yeah, good kick again. Brodie Hudson just dropped forward again. They're just chipping their way forward, just finding little holes in the Nuri defence.
Seems to be working with this breeze. Might be the way to do it. Jackson Dare, the target there.
Yeah, it's a good game plan into this breeze from Chappie and from South Gawler. They're doing well.
So we'll have a
Brodie Hudson now sitting behind the ball. They've got 3 men behind the footy. There's Kane Officer, Brodie Hudson, and also Paddy White. And there's Officer again. So this is working well, dropping these plus 1, plus 2 behind the footy for South Gawler.
well weighted kick there from Officer. Finds Henry Bennison right on their forward 50 for South Gawler.
Just trying to find their way forward, and he has.
Cutting's the target there, but well cleaned up by Westlake.
Good little chip. 3 on 1 though on that far side to Nuriootpa, and they're going to run the ball. He slipped. I think they're going to get away with it just through weight of numbers. South still running and tackling hard though, but poor kick, and
Chris
Big
James there that mops up.
Paddy White again. Gee, they're finding the loose man everywhere, aren't they? They're spreading, and
Certainly
he's got the guy on the far side of the ground with Whitwer.
But he ends up going
A lot of loose men there for South Gawler.
young Brock Judd Smith on the scoreboard wing. Comes inboard to Jacob Ahern with a good kick.
Nuri are just zoning and guarding area. They're not actually going to a man. Nuri here with the relieving kick from half back. Heads into the middle of the ground.
Dangerous kick there, but well taken.
That's Terence Wilfred there. Oh dear, he is. Kick number 20. P. White. It's a handball.
Josh Whitwer finds Nathan Barch.
Good kick again.
He is.
Doesn't waste the footy too often, Whitwer.
Who then finds Henry Bennison, and the ball back in Whitwer's hands. Goes up the ground to Pisani.
Well, good smother there from number 23, Jack Henke from Nuriootpa. James.
In the hands of Lachlan Everett there. Kicks up forward. Finds Jackson Press.
Is that little chip? They're just going sideways, just finding their way through it, and they've done it again. Flimbazani. Couldn't get past the big fella though there at centre half back, the big Rockman.
Good to see him back on the ground, that Craig Sapsford.
Yeah, big Duncan Crap Sapford. Gonna have a ball up there just on that 50-metre arc, I think. And I gave him a bit of time there to get rid of the ball, and which was good.
And then he says, "I'll have it." And another forward 50 for South through Jackson Press. Great tackle there by Henry Bennison. Nathan Barch finds the ball in his hands.
South. We're going to have a ball up around about 15, 20 metres out from the south goal against this strong breeze here. Southern end of the ground. Ball's going nowhere in a hurry. Going to have another ball up, I think. No, they picked a free kick out. Did you see what that was for?
I think it might have been holding the man, but I could be mistaken.
Oh, well,
however,
Jackson
leave the
Baldwin
defence
anyway,
from Jackson
relieving
Baldwin.
kick to the outer side of the ground. Umpire there with a hat, worried about the sunburn today, I think. After all the warmth, it's quite a chilly day, isn't it?
Certainly is, but it looks like it's clearing now a bit. Some more blue skies than earlier in the day. We had a bit of drizzle.
Umpiring's been good today.
Certainly has.
When they're not noticeable, when, you know, there's no one saying, you know, what's that or whatever, you know they're doing a darn good job. So. Bit of a push in the back. And that's Ryan Foulis going to be the beneficiary to the free kick. A clear push in the back. At the true centre half back position. He goes to the outer side of the ground. And he finds
Jackson Baldwin again. He's having a lot of the footy. Kicks it up ground to Jack Henke. The ball on half back, scoreboard side, goes long down the line.
Good spoil. That's going to go out of bounds there on the half forward flank at the scoreboard side of the ground, northern end. James in there going to do battle with Dearlove and the ruck. No one really gets the clearance. Ball still bombing around in there. Going nowhere. Nuri, bottom of the deck, another ball up. South are going to get a clearance. Good clearance too.
There by Manny Norman, kicks it up forward, finds Cutting.
Handball didn't quite find the target.
Ball with Nathan
Skills just a bit off today, aren't they? Just missing little targets. Push in the back, that's a push. Yeah, that's a free kick. That's number 19, that's Steve Burton's going to be the recipient of the free kick. Well, I don't know if it's professional free, but...
I reckon it's Cutting. Yeah, it looks like Dean Cutting, yeah. Number 18,
It is Cutting, yes. Thought it was Steve Burton there for a minute, but you wouldn't have thought Cutting would kick this into this breeze.
No, it'll be a tough kick, but by the looks of it, he likes his chances.
He's going back for a deliberate shot. He's given a good roost, but the ball's still in play. No. 3 for a point.
3 for a pointer.
Quickly taken out again, and Nuriootpa.
It's Jordan Fennell. Kicks long down the line, looking for Scott Bentley.
Oh, it's a free kick. Paddy White come in a little bit late. That's young Wilfred again. Kicks the ball long into the goal square. The foot race, and it's going to be rushed through. Good work from Darcy Judd-Smith there to rush the ball through. So
certainly was. Last one in defence there. Seen the ball over for a minor. I think by the looks of it, he might bring it back in too.
It was going to be that foot race that they had earlier in the quarter there that...
So it looks like Jackson Dare's got the honours. Bring it back in. Doesn't seem to be too much on offer. It might be one long down the line. And he does, looking for a contest with Brody Hudson. It was well marked there by Nuri.
Getting late into this second quarter. Still tight on the Burge Barossa scoreboard, but
certainly
South are playing the better footy.
Looks like it's a free kick to Bailey's Oval there.
The game's still on the balance, but South are, there's only the 9 points in it, but South are playing the better footy, and that's in the first half.
That's right, a little bit more convincing, I think. Well, it's a good contest there. And it's Lockie Everett who kicks it up to Dean Cutting, right in front of the scoreboard.
They just seem to be doing it a bit easier, South, in terms of going forward. Nuria very just
Scrambly,
struggling,
yeah.
and they just can't quite get it forward. They don't look threatening to score goals, whereas South do. But it's certainly not a high-scoring game. There's 5 goals scored at nearly half-time, so... Ball going nowhere again. Nuri flicked the ball out the back there, and Jackson Baldwin again getting the footy. Good kick forward.
Great mark there by Cade.
And a young fella there, beautiful kick through to Madden, and he will go back and have a set shot. He did from earlier in the quarter. So distance isn't an issue, as we saw earlier in the quarter, so he's going to be kicking from right on 50 straight in front. We'll get the distance. It's a matter of the accuracy. What do you reckon? You going to back him in?
Yeah, I don't mind his chances here, especially after that kick earlier in the quarter.
I'm going to back him in.
Like
he's chipped it and he's got under it and goes through for a point.
But again, distance is no problems.
But he didn't kick through the ball.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's out in the full. No? Did you think that was out in the full?
I'm not sure. What have they called it?
I thought it was come off the boot. The umpire said throw in. Yeah, I thought it come off the boot, but oh well. They're in a better position than us. Good work from South getting it out of the Nuri forward line there.
Lock on Everett with the ball there.
Try to do a little bit too much, did Lockie Everett. And
the umpire screamed ball and the crowd agrees.
A little bit like that. Mitchell Norton hasn't had a lot of the footy though. We haven't called Mitchell. Ball there right in the right full forward pocket. Boys giving you a bit of lip, mate, are they?
Yeah, a little bit. A few texts coming through. Just checking in. It's an unfortunate kick there from Zobel. Cut off by number 35 for Nuri. That's Terence Wilfred. Be kicking from a bit further than 50.
You'll be able to keep this on the highlights reel, mate. You commentating and show all the boys and
we'll see how we go.
Show all the girls tonight at the nightclub or at the pub. It's a beautiful kick.
Booming leg from Terence Wilfred.
Terence Wilfred kicks a fantastic goal from just on 50. Two points the difference. So it's South Gawler 3-5-23 and Nuriootpa 3-3-21. That was maybe the spark the game needed.
Looking like
Bit of a highlights reel for a game that really hasn't had a lot. James Bentley's run inside 50 early in the quarter was a highlight.
Yep, absolutely.
We haven't had many. Paddy White, though, has had a lot of the footy. Jackson Baldwin's had a lot of the footy.
It's been good. That's Tyson Helmers looked like he's relieving Duncan. Craig Sapsford in the ruck there for Nuri.
Yeah, Joshy Witt was coming into the game too. Had a great first 10-15 minutes of the opening quarter, but has been very, very good in this second quarter. That's him again. Witt with the footy.
He's kicking towards Flynn Pisani there, who holds the mark. Be looking to go inside forward 50. And it's Witts who cleans it up.
Whoa.
Kicks a minor.
That was cutting.
Cutting, sorry.
Then Cutting had the set shot for goal. 30 metres out, running straight in and just missed. Would have been one nice to get just before half time there from Cutting. And,
That's right, against the momentum.
Normally you'd kick them. Good tackle there. Is that the big fella tackled the ground? That's Mitch Norton, is it, or Dearlove? Dearlove.
Dearlove, yeah. Kicked off the ground there by Neri. Well picked up by Kai Rosenzweig.
Bit of a mongrel punt. Ball's going to go out. Oh, no. Keeps the ball in. Judd Smith. Oh, that's a poor kick. Didn't find the target. Newry going to have a set shot just before half time here.
It's right about 30 metres out.
Slight angle, 45-degree angle. Can't make out who the player is. He's got his back turned, but not a hard kick with this breeze.
He makes
He's
it look
got
easy.
it right on the button. Just have to see who the player was. Everyone's running to him, but we still can't see. So, yeah, great goal just on that half time. And that's probably, well, it's put Newry in front for the first time since the opening couple of minutes of the game when they kicked the first point. So that was number 21 for Newry.
Kyle Jenner.
Kyle Jenner who kicked that goal. So on the Burge Barossa scoreboard at half time, we've got Nuriootpa 4-3-27. And they're playing South Gawler on 3-6-24. So for a quarter that looked like South had done everything right, Newry are going to go in with a 3-point lead at half time.
That's right, mate. Made the most of their opportunities there with only 3 behinds versus South 6. It might come back to...
Yeah, just courtesy of those last few goals just before at that half time period. A really good goal from Terence Wilfred. And then right on that half time siren, we had Kyle Jenner go back and slot the goal. So we are just going to have a little chat. We'll see you after half time, mate. And
Awesome.
we're going to have the president of the Barossa Light and Gawler Football Association, Michael Bryan, come onto the telecast. Thanks, Ben.
About 5 minutes, mate.
It's great today. We've been joined by the president of the Barossa Light and Gawler Football Association, Michael Bryan. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks. Good to be here at Newry today.
Great to have football back.
Good to have football back in full swing, and the netball too. That makes a big difference. And,
fantastic, and the crowd's quite good.
Very good crowd, over 1,000 people, I'd say, 1,500.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the surface looks immaculate.
Immaculate. Yep.
So,
yeah. No, it's a good start, and looking forward to a long, good year.
So tell us what's been happening in the off months with some sponsors and the league. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we got Burge Barossa as our major sponsor. That's Grant, Helen Burge and their family. Yep. They're on board. So for the next 5 years.
They're our scoreboard sponsor. When we read it out.
Yes, and Lion Nathan still with us. Sterling Holmes.
Yep.
Gawler Caravan Park with us, which is a new sponsor last year.
Burley Seacombe.
Burley Seacombe was still with us, and they'll go for another 5 years. And Vine Inn, Barossa Vine Inn, which is a very good sponsor of us for many years, and also Central Districts, of course.
Yeah, and all on our live stream, they'll be on a carousel going through all
That's
days.
good. I appreciate that, and and the sponsors do too.
It's fantastic though, because your sponsors are the lifeblood of the league and the footy club.
Oh yeah, they do. We haven't got the sponsors, we wouldn't be in the position we are.
No.
And if we didn't have the sponsors, we wouldn't have got out of COVID as well as we did. No. Yeah, we got out of it all right.
So anyone who might say, you show the sponsor a lot, there's a very good reason, because they're the lifeblood of leagues and footy clubs.
Well,
you've got to have
they kept us going through. What we've got off them over the years has kept us going through the COVID period last year.
And that's a big thank you out there to all the league sponsors, and all of those other sponsors who sponsor the clubs.
They're very big too. Each club's got numerous sponsors.
Hundreds, some clubs. And they're the lifebloods of footy leagues and clubs.
Well, if they don't have them, the kids in the community don't get the opportunities they can. The young men and women. So it's very good for the community. Good for the economic of the region too, economic value of the region, and money pouring back into the region through the sponsors, and we get people to the football, kids playing football, and it all adds up to in the end.
And the strength of the Barossa League, in my opinion, I've seen a fair bit of footy around the state and played and coached, but I think the Barossa, in my opinion, is the best country league, and I'm not just saying it here. I think the Great Southern's very close to it.
It's a very good league.
But, it's not quite as good as Division 1 Amateur League. But certainly better than Division 2.
Is it? Yeah.
And it's a better atmosphere out here.
Yeah. And but with our league, we run it under a good point system. We have the leagues that win ratio loss, which should be all across the state, and which all leagues should buy into. And we hope that the SANFL will get them all to buy into the one program of how it works with the win-loss ratio. Where the amateur league don't do that; they have a relegation system.
Yeah, they keep theirs fairly equal through the relegation, I suppose. But you can do that with your points.
You can do it with the points. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's always a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, and I think if you see through the point system over the last 10 years, we've had about 8 different grand finalists. So that's.
Yeah, and whereas the Amateur League can't say that, they're getting more and more of those top, and the college clubs now are able to rort the system to a degree.
I can't use that word.
What's that? Well,
I know, I got told off for using it.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
They go back through the college system. They play 25 games through the college system, and they're able to get them, which is good, and that's been happening.
Yeah, so it's the same as our juniors can play 25 games.
Yeah, they do that quite well. But, I can say here, in all honesty, having so much, played in the amateurs and whatever, that, if you go to an amateur league game in the city, you're only getting 300 or 400 people to an A1 game.
Yeah.
You're getting 1,000, sometimes 2,000 out here in the Barossa.
Well, we do, because, netball comes with it, and that brings crowds too. And so it's a big day for we're good partners from 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning till 5 o'clock on a Saturday evening.
I mean, anyone who's from the Barossa who might say, gee, it must be better somewhere else. Gee, the grass is not always greener.
No.
And, you go into the city clubs and, they get 300 or 400 to a game. You go into the game in the club rooms afterwards, they've got 50 people. They do presentations and everyone's gone. And it's not like that here in the Barossa. It's entirely different.
And, we've got some good new coaches into the league this year. Kyle Jenner here. Sam Coon at Tanunda.
Yep.
And, of course, Andrew Jarman, we'll see what he brings to Williston. But he's brought... he's a name, but he'll bring people to the football and talk about football.
They will. Yeah. So, I mean, what else is happening around the league? Women's footy.
Women's footy starts next at the end of the month, and juniors start this week, but the seniors start at the end of the month, and that's progressing well again. We've got good numbers there, and our juniors.
And that's really growing out here now?
The women's football is growing, Yeah,
I saw a few games last year with your grand finals and that.
Yeah, so it's very good. Adam Butcher runs that, and he's doing a very good job.
I reckon there was 1,000 people at the grand final.
There was 1,000 at the women's grand final last year. Yeah, so
yeah, that's brilliant. To see that many people, at the women's grand final,
and it was a good day, and it well run at Freeling. Yeah, so
and there probably would have been more if it wasn't through COVID.
Yeah,
really.
it would have been. Yeah. We're only allowed to have 1,000. Now most of the clubs now have got their COVID management plans in, which will allow them to have 3,000 every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it's 3,000 allowed in now.
In here,
Yep.
and most of the clubs will have them through. Williston can get 3,000, Tanunda 3,000 at the moment, and all the rest will follow, and then up over 5,000 for finals.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
A few years ago at Freeling there was the 8,000 when we were out there. That was huge.
Yeah, so we've got the clubs have got those through. So we've had some good help from both sides of politics, from Ashton Hearn and Peter Malinauskas, where we appreciate their input so much.
Possibly by September that might even be lifted again.
Might, hopefully, yeah. So
COVID's slowly disappearing.
If everything keeps going in the trend we are, we haven't had a case here for 12 months now. So it's.
I think there's been more people died through electrical storms.
Yeah, or something, or car accidents and something.
Yeah, and well, the only benefit really is no one's getting influenza at the moment. So.
No, and we've got a big round coming up Anzac Day.
Yes.
3 on the Saturday and 1 on the Sunday, and gets to Newry, and we all they have medals. The RSL presents medals to the best player on the ground at those games, football and netball, and so that should be a big weekend of football.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing the Sunday game, which was a strange one. I think we're doing the game on the Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Anguston are playing on the
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So maybe that's going to change. I don't know. But
Well, I'll speak to Matt Ryan about that to contact you. We'll look into that.
Yeah, I just thought it would have been really good to do
the Sunday one. Yeah.
The Sunday game that week. But
I'll make a phone call tonight over that. And get back to you.
Anything else happening around the league you'd like to tell the listeners?
No, our umpiring, we've got covering all grades of the umpires, which is good. The clubs are pretty healthy, and all are healthy and all working hard. They've all got good presidents running them, so so we all work together pretty well, and we've got a good board. And we just now look forward to a good year of footy.
Oh, I can honestly say I think the umpiring out here, and I've said it repeatedly how good it is. Just watch that first half.
You didn't notice it.
You didn't know, and that's when they're doing a good job. Yeah, they're not noticeable.
Yeah,
and they're not just picking every old free kick up and little just to be seen. They don't have to be seen.
They let the game go a bit more up here.
And I think they're really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Luke. Thank you to SA Footballer, and for doing a good job. And you did a good job last year, and hopefully will be good or not better this year.
Yeah, we've got new camera setups, and we haven't got our monitors and that here today, but we've got a new system we're trialling, so we'll have all that back.
Yep.
But we'll hopefully get you again throughout the year.
Yeah, we'll catch you. Thanks, Luke, and we appreciate what you do. Thank you.
You know that I'm the queen of Rover.
cutting in like you own me, then suddenly throw me away. You say we never had a chance, but you keep throwing me these glances, looking like you want me right now, but just like lightning, you're gone. Yeah, you're gone. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me for anyone but me. Anyone but me. Oh, you say that we were doomed to fail, but you still ask me what's the room I stay in. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably give you my plastic key card. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me for anyone. I thought about giving up, but then you show up and tell me that you've been confused and that you're sorry for hurting me. Then you change your mind back again. You're waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me. Yeah, you drop me, yeah. Waiting around to go out with somebody, anyone but me. You act like you want me, then suddenly drop me for anyone but me. For anyone but me. Oh. Anyone but me. For anyone but me. Like a drug that I just can't deny, giving me the best high. My body's shaking, shaking every time you get into my mind. Like a fire, burning wild in my heart. Take me far away in the dark. Only you can show me how to come alive.
And welcome back to the second half. And Benny Greatorex, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Nice little snack break there in the middle. And it looks like,
Boys still giving you a bit of grief at half time?
yeah, I don't think that'll stop for at least a weekend, mate.
Sorry?
But that's okay. It won't stop for the whole weekend, I don't think.
Mate, you turned you into a superstar, have we?
Oh, yeah, for better or worse. I'm not too sure just yet.
Life in the media.
That's right.
Has the brother of the horse messaged you yet, or?
He has, yeah. He's not giving me too much grief just of yet, but I'll probably see him in the afternoon, I think, and that's when he'll tell me all his thoughts.
Yeah, I had a look at half time at a few of the messages from the horse from last year when the boys were playing up on Facebook. Yeah, so Jackie's name is
Jack. That's
Jack,
right. Yep. It goes by horse more these days.
Started off on the SA Footballer Facebook page.
Yep, there you go.
And I actually got the blame for it, but it actually wasn't me. So
that's all right.
The sheer fact that I own it, you get the blame for everything.
That's right.
Yeah. It was actually a mate of his from Darwin
Yeah, it started it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but I just looked back then at
If it was from Darwin, I dare say it might have been Paddy White. I reckon it could have been that started that. So. You don't think? No, he was up there for a bit.
Okay.
Flynn Pisani here with the ball with a shot at goal.
Just a little bit of light banter there as the opening start of the quarter there. Nuri lead by 2 points.
Ryan Fowler, so he'll bring the ball back in for Nuri.
Had a good game, Ryan.
Plenty of the footy early.
Good back there in defence. Rock solid. Used to play up forward a bit too, I remember. Can go forward and kick a goal. That's Whitwer again.
That's right, Josh Whitwer.
Good
Finds
kick.
Chris James, about 30 metres out, dead in front.
Now he's a ruckman. Now can he kick it?
That's right, yeah, that's
Can
the
he-
next
can he
question.
kick it?
But I'm faithful, I reckon he can, yep. I'll definitely back him to put this one through.
I never have a lot of faith in ruckman.
No, that's right, and rightly so.
I just can't back a ruckman in.
Might be hard to watch, but hopefully it makes you eat your words.
And he's made an idiot of me.
Never
He's
in doubt.
straight over the goal umpire's head.
Loves the goal.
Well done to Chris James, and scores the goal, opening goal of the third quarter, and puts South back in front. I lost my trusty pen. Ball back into the centre of the ground. The big fella, Duncan Craig Sapsford,
Go up against
doing battle there
Brody
with
Hudson.
Big Brody. Good tap there from Hudson, follows it up. Well done to the big fella. Gets the ball out. He's still doing battle there. He's still shoveling the ball out. Well done. Yeah, free kick. Free kick. Yeah, he threw him over. Whoa, put him under pressure with that kick.
Yeah, I think he would have liked that kick to go a bit deeper. Looked like it didn't come off the boot too flush, and it's Fowlis that cleans it up.
Again, yeah. Been very, very good. Hasn't had the same impact as Paddy White, but he's been very, very good for Newry.
Certainly has down back there. Does have a man, but no problem finding it. And that's well marked there by Jackson Dare, who looks to play on, kick inside 50.
And that's going to go through. That is a great goal. Jackson Dare.
Jackson Dare, that was, yep.
He's been good today as well.
Yeah, always clean with it, Jackson.
Opening 2 goals of this third quarter, both to South Gawler. The first one to the big ruckman Chris James, who made me look like an idiot and kicked it straight over the goal umpire's head. And the second one, a classy bit of work there from Jackson Dare. So
certainly was. It's the start they would have wanted, South.
This is the premiership quarter, mate. This is the one where they're going to win the game.
So they say, yep.
Put the foot down, end up 3 or 4 in front. Chappie'd be that would be his aim. Gee, this oval's in magnificent condition, isn't it? It's mint.
Steve Burton kicks it in for South, finds cutting. And Lockie Everett kicks forward. And
he's
Matt
good on
Norman.
that left, Everett, isn't he?
Certainly is, yep. And finds Matt Norman about 40 metres out on a slight angle. Also a good kick of the footy is number 11, Matt Norman. Probably about on his range, I think.
This could be the third goal of the quarter for South. They're playing good footy. No, he's chipped it. 3 for a point. Just didn't come off right from the time he kicked it off to the right-hand side and 3 for a point. Ball out to the outer side. And it's going to go out of bounds on the half-forward flank, right-hand side of the northern end of the ground, one which South Gawler are kicking. 10-point lead to South. Ball really going nowhere. All players going in hard. Oh, good pick up there. Offline for a point. Who was that who kicked that in?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I can't see. It's a bit far for me.
Good mark. Under pressure. Well done. Nuri just playing down the line on the far side of the ground there, the scoreboard side.
Safe chip kick game that they played in the first quarter paid off for them, so it looks like they're going to go back to that. Been pretty popular going into the win.
Nuri got the running game, that young Wilfred again who kicked that great goal in the second quarter. Couldn't get the distance. It's going to be rushed through. That's was that
Witts again, yep. Witts comes out to Bailey's Oval on the 50. Not too much up the field from him.
Nothing on offer. He's going to have to come down the line. No, he's got back inboard. That's a great kick through the centre of the ground.
It's going for Steve Burton there. He mops up and forward onto Patrick
There's
White.
Paddy
with a head
White.
full of steam.
Through half forward. Oh, tried the don't argue. Couldn't get through. Great mopping up there from the Nuri defence. That's a free kick. That's silly. A little bit silly there from the big fella, giving the free kick away. Ball's going to be taken out here on the true centre wing position, grandstand side.
That's right, we'll have a throw up between the two coaches' boxes.
Yeah, right in front of the Nuri coaches' boxes there. Big Hudson and Craig Sapford. Oh, didn't have it. Free kick. That's Jack Henke going to take the free kick. Didn't have the footy. Looking for options. Nothing on, but he's found a little chip kick there. Good kick in the end. Well done, and that's Scott Bentley. Finds the ball forward. Bentley butters up for the second one. Great handball there from Bentley.
And looks like it's Jordan Fennell that finishes.
That's Jordan
the snap
Fennell.
goal.
Jordan Fennell. Good football there for Nuri.
That's right, good rebound there from Nuri. A few link-up handballs.
Started from that silly free kick given away from Chris James across half-back. Followed it up and, Bentley within a couple of passages of play. Excellent work. Seesawing clash. It's very, very tight. So we go to the Barossa scoreboard. We've got South Gawler on 5-9-39, Nuriootpa to 5-5-35. 4 points the difference, about 8 minutes into this third quarter. Ball going forward for Nuri, but he's found a free kick to Nuri. Don't know what for.
Looks like it's going to be
Sam
Brad
Fallon.
Brixey.
Is that Sam Fallon?
Brixey,
No.
I reckon. Brixey, is it? 26?
Yeah, Brisky.
And it's marked down in South defence by Chris James.
Looking for a way out. And finds it.
Finds it there in Steve Burton.
He's had a bit of a footy today.
He certainly has, yeah. I think he's starting in the middle, but he's getting out on both flanks. Goes back inboard and finds Chris James once again. He's going to come get Witts at centre half forward under Patrick White. He goes further upfield to Zobel.
They're moving the ball through the centre of the ground better now, aren't they? That's a great kick.
Great kick, finds Jackson.
That's coast to coast.
35 metres out, dead in front.
We haven't seen really Newry use that corridor of the centre of the ground today, whereas South Gawler, just starting to chip it and just coming back through the centre of the ground a lot. And that's the quickest way home. That's a great passage of play. If he finishes this off with a goal, that would have been the highlight of the day, I would have thought, the best passage. Straight over the goal umpire's head. That's a great goal, isn't it? No. He didn't move.
No, he didn't move, did he?
He did not move. He just stood there at the goal umpire, so I thought it was going over the top. And up come the one finger. He's giving it to me, I think. Normally they go galloping, don't they? When it's
that's what. Yeah, I certainly wasn't convinced. Yeah.
Kick out to that far side, and that's a good mark there from the Newry player. Oh, great smother.
Well done by Jackson there. There is tackled well by Newry. It comes out to Lockie Everett.
And that lethal left boot, nearly a slips catch, but he might have hurt himself. Well rebounded by Newry there on this grandstand side. Goes back inboard. Big James there on the ground. He's playing well in this third quarter, the big fella, getting a bit of the footy.
Yep, doing well there. Up in the air and on the ground, fighting hard for it. Like to see that from your ruckman.
Oh, Officer just slips the tackle.
There's Jackson Press in the middle of the ground with a bit of time. Looking for.
Oh, that's a hanger.
Screamer at centre half forward. Looks like he's going to play on that kick at goal. And he's kicked a minor.
Oh. Who's that? Was that Cutting?
Cutting that was, yeah.
Took a great mark, but once again,
he's athletic.
He missed that one in the second quarter, and another one you'd expect Dean Cutting to get, really.
That's right. I think you'd like to forget that finish. Fantastic mark, and perhaps should have taken a bit of time.
That's two now. He probably should have got about similar distances out, about 30 metres out. Fullis goes right out to the halfback.
As he has for most of the day, take on, and he can get it good yard out there.
Yeah.
Almost get it up to the scoreboard.
Great kick, little chip. Nothing really on offer down forward. Oh, a little kick, just going 10 metres. That's the only problem with a little chip. If you don't just quite find your target, the opposition going to chop it off. And
that's it, risk and reward, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, your skills have got to be just so good not to miss targets. Madden. That's holding the ball. He didn't try to get a thing out.
It's coming out by Jordan Fennell.
Good work. Timmy DeMasi out there.
And well defended there by Darcy Judd-Smith, seeing it over the line with his
brilliant
nice spoil.
smother there. The ball goes out of bounds on the in the left full forward pocket there. At the Nuriootpa end of the ground, which they're kicking, which is the southern end.
Looks like it's going to come out through Josh Whitwer.
Plenty of the footy today, isn't he?
Finds the target.
This fella's also impressed. Everett, yeah, he's been good.
Finds Patrick White on the other flank.
BOG.
So far, it would be for me, absolutely. And he goes further afield to Josh Pearson. And Jackson Press.
Press has been good.
He's had a good quarter so far.
Just Westlake, good kick.
Good kick up the ground to Jack Henke, who looked to go inside
He's had
forward
a bit
50.
of the ball today, young Henke.
Certainly looked dangerous up front.
He's done something there to his right ankle. He's hobbling there, Henke.
It's Darcy Judd-Smith with the ball in defence.
Oh, over the top. Good attack on the footy there from South Gawler. Not going to be rewarded though. Umpires come in for a ball up there. Still getting some lip.
Yeah, texts keep coming through.
Good to see. That means you're getting listeners.
That's right, absolutely.
Doesn't matter if it's good publicity or bad.
Yep.
You might be a weekly on the show now, mate.
Yeah, perhaps if I can get the time. Chance will be a fine thing.
Nothing really on offer, is there? Bentley, just handballs.
Patrick
Paddy
White
White again just chops it
up.
off with a handball, follows it up, another handball, and they're just running the ball through the centre of the ground, south.
Nathan Barch to
Yeah,
Darcy
just a
Judd-Smith.
stream of handballs.
On to Arnold there. To Flynn Pisani. He's got a bit of time on that scoreboard wing.
Did that well, didn't they?
Looks like it'll be seen out by Brody Hudson.
Took the ball right from the full back line. They've got it up to the half forward line there with a string of handballs and a kick. Well done.
Through the centre of the ground again. Not the first time
Yeah.
they've done it.
Boundary throw in.
Great tap work there from Hutto.
Yeah, just over the back, wasn't it? Brilliant bit of work.
But cleaned up again like he has a few times today by Ryan Fowlers. It's the best on ground for me, I reckon, for Nuri.
Yeah, for Nuri, he's been very good. Yeah, South have got a lot of players you can say have been really quite good all day, but Nuri is probably a bit harder to find those really good players other than Fowlers. A lot of them have had like small impacts, but not really over that, this two and a half, nearly 3/4 of footy.
Yep.
And yet, there's only 6 points in it.
Yeah, I think I'd like to come home with the wind. Which
Yeah.
looks like Nuri are going to have.
Bit of a scrap there at centre half forward, and it's a free kick, and it's going to be a 25-metre penalty down the ground, and they're still carrying on back there. There's only going to be another 25 by the looks. So it is.
You don't want to be doing that when the game's in the balance.
No.
It's Whitwell with the ball in the middle of the ground. Kicks up forward.
Is that Big James in amongst that then there? I think he was too, just annoying
Looks like
someone,
It's
yeah.
high there on Jaden Gurney.
Sorry?
Jaden Gurney with the ball in forward 50.
I think Big James is one of the antagonists through that part of the ground. Tough kick from out here though.
Oh, certainly is. The young fella might
Ball's going to
struggle for distance. You'd think he'd be trying to find a forward target here.
I think the ball's going to float away too. Breeze going across the ground. He's given it a good roost. Right to the head of the square, but it's going to trickle through from behind. Good kick.
Yeah. Right idea.
Hit the top of the square. So we've got South Gawler on 5-12-42. Nuriootpa 5-5-35. So, that's seven points there in front. That certainly had their chances, but just haven't quite nailed them. Two goals that Cutting probably should have got.
And a great kick and an even better mark up the ground there. Left half back for Nuri. not much further up the ground here for both sides.
No, it's a real battle. It's not. It isn't a game for the ages of high skills and great passages of play, but it's a bit of a scrap.
Bit of a slog, yeah, absolutely.
First game of the season, the nerves would have gone now, but certainly the breeze is playing a part.
Done well there by Bailey's Oval. Met the ball and kicked it up further, looking for Dean Cutting, but marked by Sam Fallon.
Yeah, Sam Fallon. Here's that little chip across the ground. They're going to go again. They got the other man on. You can see that.
Another possession for Fowlers.
Still haven't gone anywhere, though. They haven't gained anything, and they're going to still have to go down the line. There's nothing on for him, and he just chips down the line.
Whitwell with the ball.
Been good. Awful kick, but nearly finds a target. And that's going to go out. That's probably the best result for South. There was 4 Nuri players there to just the one, and
the umpire throw it in and set up from there.
South would need another goal in a hurry, like before 3/4 time or two, because Nuri are coming home with this breeze. A real scrap at the moment, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Half-forward flank, scoreboard side of the ground. Good work from the big Ruckman, big Duncan Craig Saps. He's been quite good today for Newry.
He has been, yeah. Fought all day.
Been very good. Up against Hudson and
Chris James, yep.
Just ball up after ball up, isn't it?
Doesn't seem to be getting too far either way.
I actually think that Newry would be very happy the way the game's panning out, because it's just stoppage after stoppage. They're going to come home with the breeze.
Paddy White again on the half-back. Finds Kane Officer. Kicks it up forward to Hannah Smith. Looks for Dean Cutting. We're going to have another ball up. Great tap down there to Witts, who kicks it inside forward 50.
Newry's still really going nowhere. Good mark. Well done. That's the young fella, young Terence Wilford, kicked a great goal on that in the second quarter.
It's been quite good in patches, he has.
Just chipping it around. Here they go again to that far side of the ground. Yep. But he's going to miss the target. Ball's going to run out of bounds.
It's unfortunate for Nuri. That's time to cut it open a bit.
It's just cutting away with South's time with this breeze, though. So, it's not really hurting Newry. It's just a scrap. There's no other
word for it. No,
there isn't. You'd like to have a few adjectives where you could talk it up, but there isn't anything really happening, is it? It's like a rugby scrum.
It is, yeah. Another ball up.
Finally,
out by Nuri.
They get the ball out. And gone nowhere again, and that's Whitwer again. He's just mopped up across half-back.
And kicks downfield looking for Cutting.
And that ball's going to roll out of bounds again on that.
Very similar spot.
Yeah. I'd like to know how many times it's been out of bounds in that area today. It's probably 15 or 20 times a throw in. Oh no, just another ball up. We'd probably come back in about 5 minutes and nothing's really changed.
Yeah, it'll be the same spot.
Umpire's waving. What's going on? Blood rule or?
Yeah, someone's down by the looks. I think it's a Nuri player. I can see a black Guernsey.
Don't know what's happened.
Number 12, Scott Bentley.
He's getting up. Yeah, right. It's a right shoulder injury, whatever he's done. Right shoulder, is it?
Left shoulder by the looks, I think. He's got it in a sling.
Doesn't look good, does it, Mary? Sorry? And that's 3/4 time here at Nuriootpa Oval, and we've got South Gawler leading by 7 points, 5-12-42, leading Nuri 5-5-35, and Bentley is looks like he might have blown that left shoulder, I think.
Certainly looks worse for wear.
Yeah, he'll play no further part in the game, so we'll just have a short break and come back for this last quarter.
What looks like will be a good last quarter.
Baby, you keep stealing dances, keep cutting in like you own me, then suddenly throw me away. You say we never had a chance, but you keep throwing me these glances, looking like you want me right now, but just like lightning, you're gone. Yeah, you're gone. You're waiting around to go out with somebody. Anyone but me.
Here we go with this final quarter there, mate.
Yeah, not much in it, is it? 7 points.
Your tip, Benny?
I really like to see South win this, but obviously it's a bit biased.
They've been the best side all day.
They have. I think they'll be very unlucky to win this. Great tackle there from Bo Shinnick. Very important.
Newry have got the breezer. It's really hard to pick a winner. Paddy White, probably the first mistake he's made for the day.
And the umpire will have it.
There you go. I reckon if Newry kick the opening goal, I reckon they'll win of this quarter. They'll have the breeze there, and South would find it hard to kick goals into this breeze, I think.
Josh Pearson with the ball in the middle of the ground. Finds Dean Cutting. He's looking for Matt Norman in deep. And defended well, but there by Ryan Fowlis for Newry.
The switch to the far side of the ground is not going to pay off, though. That's a free kick.
And Pressy will have it on 50 metres.
He didn't run at the footy, did he? Run at the blind man. And a big don't argue from Big Deer Love there. And he switches the play over there. Little fella Wilfred got a bit of silky skill, this lad.
Been pretty good today.
Do you know much about him, where he's from?
No, I haven't heard him before.
I haven't
think
seen
he might
him
be a
before.
new player this year for him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
But it's quite a handy pickup by the looks.
Yeah, bit of speed and some skill. Talking of that, there's Whitwer. There goes. So,
I think that was Matt
gee,
Norman
they've
there,
missed
number
some
11.
chances, haven't they?
I think he'd like to have that one again for sure. Well crumbed.
They lead by 8 points, and they are 8 points now, South. So it's 5-13-43 to 5-5-35. So that 8 point lead. If they get beaten, it's going to be their own fault.
Only themselves to blame, that's right.
What was he then? 20 yards out, straight in front?
Yeah, it wasn't too much. Wasn't a difficult kick.
And just wobbled it in for a point.
Well read there by Jackson Dare, crumbing the ball off the back of the pack.
Just watching the game and who's had the footy and all those things, South should be about 5 goals in front.
I feel like
5-6 goals in front, but they're not. Chappie would both be happy knowing that they played a good brand of footy, but, it'd be filthy they haven't put Newry away.
Nice tackle there, and umpire will throw it up. Jackson Press with the footy. Kicks in long, looking for Wits. It's well done there by Bailey's Oval.
Game's still not reaching any great height, so that's a gutsy kick across the centre of the ground. Oh,
Chop of the arms, the umpire calls, and Jackson
you know,
Dare's
if he
going to get the
didn't
ball.
take that mark, then they were going to go right through the middle of the ground. Then Nuri.
And he kicks it in deep to number 19, Steve Burton. There's the ball right on 50, trying to find a target, and finds Nathan Barch. Similar spot, just less of an angle.
Yeah.
And he goes in long, and there's no problems finding Wits.
Is that Whitwer? He might have almost surpassed Scotty.
He's had a lot of it.
Paddy White.
Especially the second half, he's had heaps of it, moved up forward.
Yeah, Scotty hasn't been as prominent in the second half, but Whitwer's just got better and better as the game's gone. And yeah, toss up who gets the 3 votes now, but it's one or the other.
If he kicks this, it'll certainly help his cause.
Oh!
From right to left, but a bit too much.
Gee, did that swing. Another point. So that's 5-14-44 to Newry 5-5-35. So it's a 9-point lead to South Gawler. We're about 6 minutes into this final term here at Nuriootpa Oval. South doing all the attacking, but still no cigar.
Good mark taken there by one of the smaller blokes on the ground, in Josh Pearson for South.
Just a score from the Anguston Oval. There we've got Anguston have kicked away in that third quarter, and Anguston are 17-12, 1-1-4, leading Barossa Districts 5-4-34. So they lead by 80 points.
Comfortable win there by Anguston.
So they're going to be a serious team this year, Anguston.
Matt Norman cleans up the ball, kicks into 50. Well marking there.
Good mark
by Jackson Baldwin.
He's been good.
He's been good today for them, absolutely. He has cool head back
Along
there in
with
defence.
Foolis, you know, those couple of defenders, they've been probably their better 2 players.
Zobel kicks it in and finds
Duncan,
Jackson Press.
Duncan Craig slaps in the ruck's been handy. The little fella on the wing, Terence Wilford. But South have just had too many better players.
Had all the possession in this last quarter.
Difficult kick into this breeze. Everyone back on the goal line. And he's got it. That is a great kick. Jackson Press. He's been another one who's been outstanding.
He's been very good today. Yeah. Doesn't often miss a beat.
You know, the best 3 players on the ground are all from South Gawler. So we go there to the Burge Barossa scoreboard, and we've seen South just kick away now. That's 6 goals, 14 to 5-5. So it's that 15 point buffer now on the scoreboard. Newry going to need the 3 goals to get back in front. Big Hudson.
Oh, well done there by Matt Norman. A bit of a show of strength.
I've really, really liked also Lachlan Everett today. He's been good.
He's been a good pickup for us.
Where was he from?
Not sure where he's from, but like I said earlier, he's friends with Jackson Press, so it could be an Eagles connection there. Or
got really good left boot, and his intensity and his tackling, his hardness. Yep. He's a good player. Is it going to go? That's out in the full, just. Relieving full kick, free kick to Newry. What's going on? That was out in the full. Why are they throwing it in?
Oh, looks like might have been out of bounds before he kicked it, I think.
It's back here, so it was out of bounds back here. Next 5 minutes are crucial. Yeah, another goal to South, it's all over.
You'd think so, yep. Matt Norman doing some good crumbing again. big kick to the top of the goal square, but
Oh, it's a free kick.
Chris James being holding on to.
It's a free kick to South too.
Jackson Press, being held on to.
Press, free kick. Wasn't a lot in it, but, just that little ticky touch would.
Might be the icing on the cake if he can put this through.
I think this will ice the game if he can kick this. And we saw Whitworth's kick before, how the ball swung viciously. So, Press has really got to aim at this right-hand goalpost, didn't he? And kick the ball pretty hard at that right-hand goalpost, ball swing.
He's a smart player. I saw him throwing the grass up in the air a minute ago.
See it swing again. He didn't aim at that right-hand goalpost. They didn't learn, did they?
Not quite enough.
So we go to the Burge Barossa scoreboard, and it's South Gawler, a 6-15, leading Nuriootpa 5-5. 16-point margin.
Bailey's Oval comes off the bottom of the pack with the ball. Good user of it.
11 extra scoring shots. Nuri have only had 10 for the day, and 11 extra scoring shots.
Great mark there by Nathan Barch.
Only early days in the season, first game, but it's hard to see where Nuri are going to kick a lot of goals, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be their small forwards have been the only one putting them away, it looks.
Yeah. Clearly Madden, is going to be better for the run. Kyle Jenner, and that's going to be better for the run. They just haven't had any great avenue to go, have they?
He has been quite good today when he's got the ball, Madden, but just hasn't had the best delivery himself, but seemed to make something out of nothing.
Also, I think Chappie's won the battle in the coach's box, allowing them to have, those +1-2, letting Paddy White in the first half especially just do as he pleases.
Yeah.
Jenner's first game as a coach, and a difficult job because he's a playing coach too. So he's not going to see what we can see from here.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
He's relying on his bench as well. So, yeah, really, testing times.
Absolutely, yep. And this is Jackson there with the ball in front of the scoreboard. Finds Josh Whitworth further up the wing.
No matter how many, lucky enough to be in the coach's box for nearly 20 years before, this. And, nothing really prepares you for it, so, he's going to learn as well.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Might be better for a game
Chappie's
like
an old stage. He's been doing it for many, many
Very
years.
experienced, yeah, absolutely.
Experience. Knows all the tricks of the trade. And then some.
Pushing the back there, and Nuri going to come up with the ball.
Umpiring's been very good again today. It's been excellent.
Yeah.
You can really hear the crowd even bagging the umpires today, and that tells you they haven't been noticed, which is great. Good mark.
Great mark there by Jenner.
Yeah, great switch kick across the middle of the ground. This is where they can look dangerous. Kicking from 50. Just couldn't get the distance. He could have ran in another 15, 20 minutes, taken a bounce. That's...
Rush the ball a bit, Jordan Fennell.
Yeah, Jordan Fennell.
Good player. He's spent a fair bit of time down at Centrals, I believe.
Who's that?
Jordan Fennell.
Yeah. He's had a bit of the footy today.
Yeah, he has, yep.
Probably not a good decision then. He probably could have ran those extra 20 and just carried the footy up.
Lockie Everett finds himself on the receiving end there.
Yeah, a lot to like about him. As a neutral observer, I'd sooner be in Chappie's shoes than Nuri's shoes, so that's not being unkind to Nuri, we're here as neutral observers. Well, I am, and, Free kick. Nuri get a free kick.
Looks like
40 yards out, straight in front.
For Ryan Fowlis of Nuri.
shouldn't have any trouble with the distance. It's just the accuracy. And if they're going to get back into this game, they're going to need this goal.
It's been good for them, Nuri.
Didn't get the distance.
Looks like he's holding his leg. He might have pulled up sorely after that. See him limping in the forward 50 there.
It's been the story of their day in their forward line, hasn't it? You know, that. South just clear the ball away there from the, and just bounces just inside the boundary line and out of bounds before Bo Shinnick could get there. There's that man again, Lockie Everett. Yeah. He's just got better and better as the game's gone on.
Bit of candy there sold by Kane Officer.
Yes.
Everyone looks pretty tight out there, don't they?
Yeah, they do. First game of the year. Testing conditions with the breeze, not with the heat, but breeze. Good decision there. He didn't have any chance to get rid of the footy.
Good footy there from Bo Shinnick and Henry Benison.
There he is again, that man.
Pressy, that's it. No problems finding it now, but marked by Cade Rawlack.
Young fella there, he's been all right. He's an under 17 player, isn't he?
Yeah, okay.
I think he is, yeah.
Tells the story of the day, really. All the best players coming off Nuri's half-back.
Yeah, they are.
Seem to be a lot of ball going in there.
Officer was good early. He's been in and out of the footy a little bit. He's been really good. Jackson Baldwin's been good. Paddy White, especially that first half, was outstanding.
Yeah, he was the barometer in that first half.
He was. He probably racked up 25 possessions in that first half. But for me now, I'd lean towards Whitwer as the best player on the ground.
Yeah, I think it's hard to look past Whitwer and what Press has done in this last couple of quarters.
And a late goal there to Nuriootpa, and that's who kicked that goal. It's hard to see. He just ran into the open goal. They really needed that, didn't they? They're going to get back into the game.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just a bit little too late.
Is that Riley Haynes he kicked that?
I think so, number 16, yep, Riley Haynes.
Haven't seen much of him today. Don't think we've called him. Good goal though, so we go to the Barossa scoreboard, and we've got 6:15:51 to South Gawler to Nuri 6:5:41, so we've got a 10-point margin to South Gawler late into this final term.
Steve Burton comes out and finds Henry Benison and get it back. I think
little kick sideways.
Up and under kick. Marked by Nuri's Bo Shinnick.
This is where they've got to put the foot down. They've got to get the next goal, Nuri, if they're going to get back into it. That's a great mark.
Well marked by Nick Madden.
This is what Chappie would be scared about, because they hadn't iced Nuri. You know, they 2 quick goals. All of a sudden, they're within distance. Madden lining up, 45 metres out.
Must kick.
And he's got it. Has not moved. Straight through. And in the blink of a couple of moments, 2 goals, and they're back in it.
Back in it.
Nick Madden, he becomes the only multiple goal scorer on the ground with 2. Starting to hot up now, just 4 points. And how far into this final term are we, Mary? Mary, how far in? 18 minutes into this final term, so 19 minutes. Still got enough time there.
That's right, certainly is.
4 points of difference. Crowd's coming alive. We all thought it was done and dusted.
Yeah, but a few missed goals.
Nuri found a bit of life.
So Jackson
a
Baldwin's
lucky free kick there, going to the way of Nuriootpa.
Get caught high. He's going to have a kick. Good user of the football.
Little switch kick there across the ground.
Finds Mitchell Norton. Another one we haven't heard of too much today.
No. Oh, nearly got it.
He's been their best today, no doubt. Nick Madden.
Yeah, nearly got his hands on that, and he would have been kicking from nearly the same spot as the last goal.
Spot. And the umpire will have it. Ball up. Dangerous spot for Nuri.
Darcy Judd-Smith's got a big job these remaining moments on Madden. In fact, they're just double teaming him now.
Yep.
Got the extra player on top. Chappie can see that he's the danger man up forward.
It's well done by James. He take it out the ruck there and create a bit of space, but it's Nuri that's going to mop it up.
It'd be an injustice if South lost this, but anything's possible these last few
when you kick 15 points, really, it's
yeah, your own worst enemy.
To blame. Witt's in a good spot there, gets the ball forward.
Big Hudson didn't have the footy. That's a free kick.
Imagine he'd take his time here.
You'd think so. Wouldn't be in any great hurry. Little chip across the ground to his mate Whitwer.
He's got Paddy White if he wants him, and
he's
he
working
does.
the angles now over to Paddy White.
He's got a bit of time.
Just kick downfield. Not a great kick from Paddy, kicking to a 3-on-1. Great work, oh, gee. Umpires pick one up in a bit of a hurry. Over the shoulder might have been a bit lucky, but Bo Shinnick there, the recipient of a lucky free kick. Umpires play on down the line.
Touch,
South Gawler, 4 or 5. There's Big Hudson, is it? Yeah. Touch, play on.
Touched.
Yeah, cool touched off the thing. Chris James. He did call touch though, the umpire. Yeah.
Boot, yep. Obviously, it would just be hard for the players down the ground to hear that.
South putting the extra man back again. Paddy White's actually gone to a man. He's gone to Sam Fallon. But they're double teaming Nick Madden back there.
Looks like Jackson Dare's a man by himself down there, sat in the hole.
There's a man again. Everett had a good game.
It's going to end up with Nathan Barch at centre half forward there. The umpire will have
Being
it.
locked away. Getting late into this quarter, but still anyone's game. It's gone up a notch the last few minutes, hasn't it? It was Whitwer again. They can't lay a glove on him.
He's a very cool and calm operator.
Good mark back there. Nuriootpa comes out, doesn't quite find the man. He's getting wrapped up. I'm going to have
it's a good tackle.
another ball up. About 35 metres away from the South Gawler goal on the acute angle. Nuri trying to find a way out. Straight up in the air, young Wilfred. Ball's going to go out of bounds though. Knocked out of bounds and
a few minutes left.
Ball's locked away again here. Boundary throw in. Right, almost on the 50-metre arc. Nuriootpa into the ground. South Gawler into the ground. Short throw in. Hudson there. No, it's James. Oh, that's out in the full. Yeah. being overridden by the boundary by the central umpire.
Touched off the boot, I think, is the decision.
Oh no, they've gone to the throw-in. That was definitely that was out the full. I've no doubt. The central umpire didn't override the boundary umpire. Might have dodged a bullet there, South.
Bit of controversy, yeah.
Big James. Throw in, or another short throw in. They're going to have to call that
Go
back.
again, yeah, yep.
But the ruckman have got to be aware the last two throw-ins from this boundary umpire have both been short, so they've got to get in front. Short again. You know, good ruckman, they're going to get to the front now.
Just a hurried kick
That's
there,
out
ends
in
up
the,
out in the full.
Quick kick out. Nuri really have to take the ball the length of the ground, don't they?
They do, I think South wouldn't have minded if that rolled into the car park.
Young
somewhat.
Wilfred has got the ball. Urgent. Got to get the ball moving, Nuri. Kick the ball long down the line, but it's 3-on-1 at the moment. And South are going to relieve Cane Officer Paddy White. And there you go. Well, a game that really didn't had many highlights till about the last 10 minutes, did it?
That's right, yeah, scrappy through the middle, and then it was only the close finish that made it exciting, really, yeah.
Yeah, and really the last 10 minutes is probably when it had the most skill and everything. It looked pretty good. And
absolutely.
We'll just go through the scores for our listeners. So it's a victory to South Gawler. They've got up by 4 points. It's 6-15-51. Have defeated Nuriootpa to 7-5-47. So 4-point victory. But in my mind, South were the better side all day. Would have been a travesty if they'd lost the game. But would have been their own kicking.
Yeah, a bit of some practice tonight during the week on Thursday, and then I think it'll be a different story next time they come up against
I'll
each
just
other.
go through the goal kickers and then we can do some best players. For Nuri, we got Nick Madden, who was their really only go-to forward, kicked a couple. James Bentley kicked a great goal, ran the length of the 50-metre arc and kicked one. Riley Haynes in that final quarter kicked one. Kyle Jenner kicked one. Terence Wilford kicked a really good goal just before half-time. And Jordan Fernell as well. For South Gawler, Jackson Dare kicked one. Bailey Zabel kicked the first goal of the game. Dean Cutting got one and missed quite a few that he probably should have got. Chris James, the big fella, got one and stuck it up me. Jackson Press got one and Brody Hudson one. So
so no multiple goal kickers for South, was there? But
just a one
team
goal
effort.
Yeah, Nick Madden with two was the only multiple goal kicker. So you're better players, mate?
Yeah, so for Nuri, I definitely think it was Nick Madden. He seemed the only one who really could get his hands on the balls. Yeah,
Fullers.
up forward, and then Fullers, off the back, and a couple of their other defenders to note, like Fullers and Shinnick, I think had a fair bit, and Jackson Baldwin popped up a fair bit too.
Yeah, Jackson Baldwin had a bit. Shinnick had a bit of the footy. But
other than that,
I thought the big fella in the ruck, Duncan Craig Satford,
he did.
He did well.
He battled all day, going against a few big men from South. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was up against Hudson and James, and toiled manfully. So, but just not.
And welcome back to Say Sports Show. Welcome to Cheers SA.
Welcome to Before the Bounce.
Hey, welcome back to the SA Sports Show.
Yes, I'm down here at the Christie's Beach Surf Lifesaving Club. Yeah, sitting here with the great Mark Aston, having a chat about his journey. He's just been on absolutely fantastic, well, I don't know if fantastic's the right word, but media personality. You know, mate, just...
We're going to bring our boxers into the ring. First up, coming to the red corner, representing West Central King. Give her a big warm welcome to Vince Chapani!
We are live at Freeling Oval for the grand final in Barossa Light and Gawler. South Gawler taking on Gawler Central. And it's going to be a big day here at Freeling Oval. Right, and head back to position. Gawler Central now look to go forward for the first time. Good mark. Up in front there, taken by Whitwer.